guys, today's a super exciting day because we're gonna talk about podcasts. Okay, I haven't made a video like this since 2019 and it is 2020, so we're doing this today. I am so freaking pumped. I love listening to podcasts every single day, and no, I'm not praying, I'm just saying, ooh, what am I, Dr. Seuss? I really love listening to podcasts. I think they're really entertaining. There's a lot of really good, like, freaking motivational ones. It's like, let's go work out. And then there's other ones that are like, oh my god, I'm gonna get murdered tonight because anyway, so there's something for everyone out there. I'm a true professional. I know everything about podcasting. I do. Okay, so let's get started. Let's do this. The first podcast I'm going to talk about is my all-time favorite podcast. I think it is so good, so freaking dark and scary, but it's so good. Okay, so it's called Generation Y Podcast, and it is Y as in, why'd you kill me? Go freaking listen to it. If you love murder mysteries, you love crime shows, then definitely go listen to this podcast. It is so good. The two guys who tell the stories, I think their names are Aaron and Justin or something. I don't know, but they're funny. It's a dry sense of humor. I feel like I'm gonna get murdered every day. They basically go through every single story that's ever happened where someone got murdered, like from the 50s to like the 2016s. It's a lot. It's a lot because you realize that a lot of people get murdered, and a lot of people get murdered by their significant others, which is that's scary, okay? The fact that you spend all this time with someone, you're like best friends, you cuddle, then they murder you and you're like, I gave you everything. I cooked for you and you're just gonna murder me now? Definitely watch who you surround yourself with, because most people don't get murdered by random people. It's always someone you know. There was one where this girl was on a school field trip and they went hiking to the mountains. Literally, people saw her leaning over looking at something. Next thing you know, she was gone. No one saw her ever again. The next podcast I have is so motivating. It really gets you going. Okay, so it's called The Ground Up Show by Matt D'Avella. He has over 1 million followers on YouTube. He is incredible. His videos are 10 out of 10. Definitely recommend. So go check him out if you haven't. But this podcast is really good. He basically just interviews a bunch of people about how they achieve their goals, what their routines are, what keeps them motivated, how to change their lives financially, personally, and relationships and everything. So go definitely check out this podcast if you want to be inspired, if you want to make a change. Guys, it's 2020. Make a change. Do it. Do it. Okay. The next podcast I'm going to talk about is very exciting for me because it is my podcast. It's called Overreacting Podcast, and it's my friend and I. We met in architecture school, so we're both designers, and we talk about different topics, relationships, we give advice, traveling with your significant others, open relationships, body issues, being ghosted, just everything that we face as millennials in 2020. In this podcast, we talk about so many real things that are happening in our lives, and I think it's really different to have a podcast with normal 25-year-olds who have to go to work, who have student debt, versus, you know, like influencers. We get really, really real. So if you want to know more about our lives or struggles and get advice on how to be a better person in 2020, then go do it. Go listen to our podcast. Check it out. You won't regret it. Woo-hoo. Moving on. I am talking about Winding Down with Jana Kramer. Guys, this is the first podcast that made me fall in love with podcasts. It is so freaking dramatic, juicy. Her and her husband have been through a lot of infidelity issues in their relationship, and they are so open about all their struggles in their relationships. It's real, it's deep, it's raw. They have even had arguments on the show, which is a little They talk about sex addiction, they talk about infidelity, they talk about how to spice up your relationship, how to be good parents, just so many different topics. If you like the drama, this is a show for you. Next, I'm talking about The Health Code. This podcast is also very inspiring. It's by another YouTuber. Her name's Sarah's Day. She has over 1 million subscribers as well on YouTube, and I think she is so entertaining to listen to. She's very uplifting. Her and her boyfriend run this podcast, and they are so fun. They talk about social media, the ocean, plastic, just so many different topics that help you become a better person, and when you do understand them better, so you can make a change in the world. So go check it out. Honestly, I love all these podcasts, but the next podcast I'm going to talk about is so freaking relatable, okay? It's called What We Said. It's about these two 20-somethings. They're married. I think every single episode I shed a tear and I crack a smile. And they talk about wedding planning, how to achieve your dreams. You know what every single podcast talks about, but I love their personalities. I love how funny they are. So if you do want to listen to a show where you feel like you're kind of friends with the people you're listening to, then I would definitely check it out, because they're kind of like, they're like friends that you want to have, that you probably don't have because they're funny and cool and you don't know all their bad sides. But like, go check out their show. The last podcast I'm going to talk about is called The Life Coach School, and it's by this lady who I saw as my therapist. This show is so good if you need self-help, okay? Basically, which I think we all do, but she talks about lying to yourself, lying to others, how to overcome habits, addictions, how to change it, but from a psychological level. And I think that she doesn't just give you tips for what to do. She knows how to get in your head, and she's like, okay, write down your goals. But if you don't hear yourself saying, oh no, you can't achieve that, and your goals aren't crazy enough and you should write better goals, I don't know, she knows what she's talking about. I would definitely recommend checking her out if you do want to be coached at life, or if you want to be helped and you want to have a better 2020, go check out this podcast. But this one is extremely helpful when it comes to self-help. I wouldn't say it's entertaining at all. It's a little bit dry at times, but her voice, and she's very positive. She seems very positive and really motivated. So I think she's really interesting to listen to. And if you do want to make a difference in your life and you want to change something, now's the time to do it. Don't wait until it's too late. She talks about her struggles with dieting and losing weight and her father's alcoholism. So it's honestly very interesting to listen to. And if you do want to make a change this year, go do it. I really do think all these are great options if you are looking for some self-help / murder / funny shows. And I would definitely recommend all these podcasts. Let me know which ones I should listen to next. Give me your all-time favorite podcasts. Leave them in the comments down below and let me know if you've listened to any of these, and then we can chat about them. That is all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, be my friend, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!